So guilds have been in Wizard101 since 2022. I finally made a guild at the end of last year, and you can see my guild creation date if I click the right thing over here. I created it in October of 2024. So I've only had this guild for like 4 months. But in that time, I have documented and streamed pretty much every part of the guild so far, except maybe one part, but I did do it on a different channel. It was on Terra's channel. So it is there. There is documentation of that. But I want to go over all of the different pieces and things that you can do in a guild and kind of explain that for people so you guys know, because I feel like there's a lot of people that know about guilds, but they don't know everything that goes into a guild and everything that you can accomplish and do while in a guild. Because there's so many times that I've been streaming a certain guild activity and people will come into my chat and be like, hey, why are you farming this? Or like, why are you doing this? What's the point of farming this boss or whatever? So I'm going to compile all that into this video and just have this out there for people that want to, reference it and understand more about what guilds are, because I'm guessing a lot of players in this game are not in guilds. I feel like guilds are a high level thing that most players are not participating in. I do want to know the stats. It'd be interesting to know the stats of how many players in this game actually are in a guild. But yeah, I would say guilds are more high level, and they're designed for that because there's not really too many benefits to being in a guild when you're low level. So here is my guild. I made it in October, and we currently are maxed out 60 of 60. This means 60 out of 60 accounts that are, in my guild. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and visit the house where my guild is, and we can go ahead and start talking about guilds more. So I want to answer the question, what are guilds and why should you join one? So here is my guild house. We've been decorating this a little bit. I mean, I wish we could do a little more decorations, but this is where we're at. We do have a Selena Gomez statue, which is pretty cool. But yeah, what are guilds? So guilds are just a way for players to come together and work on things in game in a little bit easier fashion. The social aspects of guilds are built in. There's like a guild channel. There's a guild message board. You can post messages and stuff. So guilds are very social, but I will say that if you don't have a Discord and you're not on Discord and you're trying to join a guild, that's going to be a problem, because a lot of guilds operate through Discord and pretty much require you to have a Discord account in order to be in a guild. So keep that in mind. A lot of coordination happens through Discord with guilds. But yeah, guilds offer a lot of cool things. So should you join a guild? I personally don't think you need to join a guild unless you're high level, because there really aren't any good reasons to join a guild if you're low level, unless you're trying to like join a group of people to help you quest or something. I don't know if there's questing guilds. There might be. But I would say the main reason to join a guild is later on in the game, just because there's a lot more that you can do in guilds at high level, which I will talk about. I also wanted to mention that you can join a guild from the social kiosk here in Old Town, like going up to this and clicking guilds, and you can choose to join a guild from this, because there are options that allow you to place your guild onto the social kiosk to get more players. So that is another way to join a guild. So to create a guild, you do have to be level 150 plus, and you have to have 11 friends online at the same time. Those friends need to be level 30 plus, and then you all get together and you can create your guild at the same time. Like the guild leader will click create guild, and then everyone else accepts that, and then you come up with a name and the guild will be created. So I streamed that when I initially did it. That was actually a pretty fun stream when I made the guild, and then you're good to go. You can add more people to the guild, up to 60 accounts. So the next part of guilds is actually pretty difficult. Everyone needs to come together and unlock these new islands that you have on your house. So all of these will be locked, these portals like Battle Island. All this will be locked, and you need to farm reagents in order to unlock these. So this one doesn't even have one yet. Maybe they'll add one someday. But yeah, all these little islands you have to unlock, all the crafters you have to unlock. So there's a lot of things that go into guilds once you first get started, and it requires a lot of Azoth. There is a reagent. I don't even know if I have space in my TCs. Let's look. I do not. But there is a daily reward, and this drops 1 Azoth. Each of these rewards drop 1, and there's up to 4. To get those daily rewards, you also have to unlock that. So there's just a lot of things to unlock. And they know that a lot of players are going to be in guilds, and they expect you to work together in order to unlock everything. So it's fairly difficult to unlock it. So that's the main thing that your guild is going to be working on when you first get started, is just unlocking everything. It's going to require a ton of Azoth. People are probably going to try farming different things together. You can farm gold key bosses to get Azoth. You can farm, you know, there's pet talents that give you Azoth. I have those. And it's basically just going to be a struggle. Like, there is a lot that goes into it. You can trade Azoth to other players, which is nice because it is a TC. And then kind of give it to one person, and then they unlock everything. You also have to transmute Azoth to other school Azoth, like there's school-specific ones. So yeah, it is a big process. I guess we can just do a quick tour of all the little islands that are on the guild house main island. So here is the first one. This is the battle island. This is where you unlock raids. This is a raid gate, and these portals will, if you have the key for it, they will unlock a raid that anyone in your guild can then go into, and you can farm a raid or you can farm a gold key fight. To get those keys, you need to come over to Gwen here, and she does have them. So here is Cabal's Revenge Key, 1.5 hours. This is how much Azoth you need for that. And then you also need some special Monstrology TCs to craft this. There's keys for every raid. There's keys for gold key fights. You can, you know, summon a gold key fight, and then everyone in your guild can do this. Some people have gold key farming events, stuff like that. I haven't done too many of the gold key farms, but you can do that. There's also these rematches that you can do, so you can also summon those. So any of these raid gates you can use to basically unlock a gate to a gold key boss, a rematch, or a raid. This one right here does not have any use currently. They don't have any island connected to that portal, but it does exist. This one down here has some housing crafting stuff. We haven't even really upgraded our housing crafter because we're not too big into housing in my guild, but there is like a little building here you can decorate, and the daily reward is right there. This over here is the manor, which we have decorated a little bit, and I'm not going to go inside, but this is basically like, you know, the Darkmoor Manor layout inside there, and you can decorate that. This one's purely decoration. Same with this one over here. The conservatory. This place sounds like there would be other things you can do, but you really can't. This is also just another place that you can decorate. Here is a portal that's not used. Right here is the guild museum. I will be talking about this a little bit later. I've been spending a lot of time doing the guild museum because this is a big part. So I will get to that, but that is one of the islands, the museum. This one's not used. And then the final one is over here. This is the PvP island. Never used this, but there are PvP arenas that you can, I guess, just practice PvP here. And, you know, have fun doing that. There's like 3 circles that you can unlock if you want to. My guild doesn't use that too much, but, you know, it is an option for people. Okay, let's move on to the main activities that you're going to be doing in a guild after you unlock everything. So I would say the 3 main activities for guilds at high level is going to be museum farming, gold key farming, and raids. I would say those are the main 3 things. Otherwise, there's really no reason, unless you're just in a guild for the social aspect, to have people help you quest and stuff, or just to, you know, have that interaction with people in the game, to do things like as they come out, to quest with people. I would say those are the main 3 things, and the main 3 reasons that people are going to be in guilds. Because as guilds are set up right now, those are the things that require a lot of time, and they require coordination from people in a guild to be able to accomplish those things. So the museum, this is the one where whenever I'm farming this on stream, people are constantly asking me what I'm doing. So the museum is an interesting thing that you can do in a guild, and I would say this is mostly just for bragging rights. But what you can do is, there's currently 2 doors to different worlds that you can do, and we've accomplished Avalon. We have 100% complete gold status Avalon. We're trying to do the same for Chrysalis, but basically what you do is, as a group, you go up to these exhibits. I'm going to go to the Chrysalis one because this is the one that we have in progress. And you have farming sessions where you unlock these different exhibits for your museum. All it is fill the museum. Does it give you anything? You can get spell elements out of it because there are spell element requirements or cantrip chest requirements that you have to do. But it is mostly for bragging rights to say that your guild completed this. And not that many guilds have completed the Avalon one. So we've completed that and we're working on the chrysalis one. But yeah, there's requirements to completing this. Basically, it'll tell you what to do, like go farm Osric and Mooncliffs and get 25 materia of that boss. And then you can only do this during the farming event. You can't just go to Osric right now and farm it. You have to be set up to do it because you need a specific potion. If you don't have the potion, you will not get the materia. And there's a cooldown on the potion too. This fountain over here, you cast magic touch on this when you have a bunch of people over here, and you can get a potion that lasts for an hour. You can refresh it at about 30 minutes though, so you can go for an hour and a half each farming session. And with that potion, you can go and farm any of those exhibits and the requirements, whatever boss or mob it tells you to do. Some of the requirements are cantrip chests too, which you also need the potion to farm those. But you still get the spellments, so it is nice. I got so much rank 9 spellments from doing the Avalon cantrip farming. But yeah, that is Museum in a nutshell. Like, I know I explained it really quick, and it's probably still confusing, but it's something that you really just need to do in order to understand more. I know people's main question is probably going to be, why even do Museum? What's the point? And really, there isn't that much of a point. You can get your name on this leaderboard. My Golden Goats guild is right here. We completed the Gold Avalon Museum in January. And that's pretty much the only thing that you really can get out of it. Yes, you kind of can get some spellments and stuff. But yeah, my guild is hopefully going to be on the Gold Chrysalis, leaderboard someday. That's our goal. I wish there was more rewards for Museum, but I will say the main reason to do it is for bragging rights. So I understand why other guilds don't want to do the Museum. Alright, the next reason that people would be in a guild is for gold key farming. So from Gwyn here, you can go over and unlock any gold key portal that she has. You can make this key, and then for 1 hour, or there's a 2-hour key, you can unlock that gate for your guild, and everyone can just go in during that 2-hour time and farm the gold key boss without using a key for 2 hours straight. You can do it as many times in those 2 hours as you can. You can make groups of like 4 to do this. So I've only done this a couple times, but this is something that I feel like people would benefit from. You can get a Zoth from farming this. You can get the normal drops from that gold key boss. So this is definitely something that people do. Takanobu key farming, I've done this one before because this one's pretty sought after. There's Von Bracken. I think this one drops the Pigsy spell elements. So there's many reasons that people would want to farm certain bosses, and you can do that by opening up a portal to it and farming this as a group. The last thing that you can farm in a guild, and probably one of the main reasons that people would join a guild, especially at high level, is going to be for the raids. I've only done one raid ever. I've only done one raid session. We did the raid like 6 times. We completed it like 3. So I've completed the Cabal's Revenge raid 3 times during that 3-hour session. We made this key, Cabal's Revenge raid, for 3 hours, and we farmed it. That was on Terra's stream. I personally have never streamed a raid. I kind of want to someday. But there's other raids too. There's Cabal's Revenge, there's Crying Sky raid, and then there's one other one. Let me see if I can find it quick. The Voracious Void raid. I've only done the Cabal's raid, and the main reason for that is I wanted the robe that you can get from this. I need to do one more raid. I need to do one more Cabal's Revenge raid in order to get the robe. So I don't have any raid gear currently. I mean, I have some, but not any good ones that I wanted to use. But yeah, raids. Raids have the best gear. The robe is something that I definitely would use in PvE if I got it for my Storm, maybe even my Fire. Raids are something I definitely can see high-level wizards wanting to do because there's actual rewards from doing this. It's a big accomplishment for your guild to do this, so I can see raids as being a major highlight of guilds. So there you have it. That is a quick overview of everything that you can do in guilds and why people would join a guild. I personally have put a lot of time into guilds. You can look back at all of my streams and you will see the progress that I made in my guild, from leveling it up to getting all the museum materia to upgrade to gold Avalon tier, and we've currently been doing streams working on the Chrysalis museum. So all of that is documented. I have it all there if you guys want to see my progress. It's kind of boring though. Museum, it definitely isn't something that people would want to watch. It's not like that exciting, but it is something that you can do. And maybe I'll do more raid stuff later this year. But I hope this was helpful for you guys. If it was, leave a like on it. Definitely subscribe for more Wiz videos in the future. Let me know what you guys think of raids. I think personally they can be a little bit better with the rewards and everything, but I still think it's a great feature in the game, and I'm glad that I made a guild. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you all next time.